Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing you how I am mixing a song that I have produced or that I am currently producing. The song is called "Fallen Away" by Genus. Genus is my band, and I play bass for this band. It is a rock to metal kind of genre. Lyrics was written by Dennis Wyan, the vocalist. Guitar riff was done by Dio Racho and Jeff TK. They're both are guitarists. I play the bass, and drums was played by Jojo Everett. So we're gonna switch screen. We're gonna take you to Reaper, and I'll show you what I've been doing or what I have done so far. And by the way, this song is still a work in progress. It's not done, but at least I've done some initial mixing. All right, so let's go to Reaper. All right, so this is the project in Reaper. Total number of tracks is 21. That includes two kinds of reverb here. If you can see, I have a shimmer and a regular reverb. I'm using Valhalla for my reverb, and for delay I'm using the Waves H delay. Some tracks, in fact most of the tracks, are routed to either delay or reverb or both, either kinds of reverb, the shimmer and the regular reverb. And I have on track one, I have the original drum track that was recorded, but I muted it. I just used this one. I just put it here just as my guide, when I edit the drums. How we did was we recorded the drums at Jojo's place, or a mini studio, using an electronic drum kit. I recorded the audio or the actual sound from that electronic drum as just a guide, but I also recorded simultaneously a MIDI version, and that's what I'm using right now. It's the MIDI. The actual audio is just as a guide, which is very helpful because sometimes when you're using MIDI, the velocity are probably not good enough to create a sound, and if you miss that note, it would sometimes unaudible note because of the velocity is very low. So that's why a guide, an actual audio, is important to serve as a guide or a reference, at least in case you need to fix something on the MIDI drums. So track one is the actual audio drums, which I muted already, but let me show you, or let me solo this so you would hear what the actual drum sounds like. All right, bear with me. Where is that? Okay, let me resize the tracks here. So Reaper is my software of choice to produce music. All right, so this is the actual drum sounds. Yeah. Let me forward this to an actual part group. See, and this is the MIDI version. All right. I'm sorry. The drum software I'm using is BFD3. This one. And I don't know which patch I'm using right now, but could be the one of the metal patch. It's the BFD3 Rock Indie. So that's the patch I'm using. So it's a snare. I like this one because I think it fits the genre, you know. All right, so that's the drums I'm using. All right, let's close that. And let me take you, maybe let's take a listen to the main part, which is the chorus. Here you go. Let's listen to the chorus. Let me mute the the original drum track. All right, here's the, maybe in the stanza, let's preview the stanza up to the chorus. Right.
I'm lost in love, she can't be found. Don't know much, and I felt like out of touch. Your love once a beautiful thing, now fades into the depth of the sea. I've waited for you, lost everything. My cry of love now silence thee. No longer hear my desperate plea. I'm stuck in myself, trapped in again, and I'm falling away from you. I'm falling away from love. I'm drifting apart, you're sleeping away. My days are sad and empty now.
All right. So yeah, at least you hear that part, and at least you have an idea of what kind of song I'm working on. So let's take a look at every track on this song. So let's go from left to right. The first track here again is just a reference drum sound. Next track, that's the MIDI drums. Yeah, let's solo that. Oh, sorry. There you go. Next track, for the drum MIDI track, again, it's a BFD sample or sampler. And after that, I use a Waves Vitamin plugin. Yeah, I mix mostly using Waves plugin. I'm fan of Waves, and I think aside from the virtual instruments I've used here, almost all of the plugins I'm using to mix the song are from Waves. So there you go. That's my Waves setting, or the Vitamins setting. I believe Vitamins is a sonic enhancer. You know, it generates some kind of a distortion to enhance the sound. Okay, next track is the bass. There you go. This is a real bass, by the way. Yeah. You can hear there's a little bit of distortion. That's because I'm using. I inserted a distortion or overdrive. Let me show you the plugins. So first plugin I'm using is Magma. Again, it's from Waves. It's like a tube enhancer. It introduces mild distortion to the signal. There you go. Yeah. Or saturation. You know, to make it warm and gritty a little bit. Next plugin in the chain is just a compressor. I put a lot of compression in this one, you know, to make the sound even and more aggressive and balanced. And then EQ, I did a lot of low frequency cut here. I guess around 50 hertz. and below I had to cut. And then boosted the about 3,000 hertz right there. Yeah, so those are the three plugins I used or inserted on my bass track. And then the next track is just a bus for guitar. So on the guitar, I have how many tracks total? So 2 tracks here for the clean tone on the introduction, right here. So left and right, I believe these are, I couldn't remember who played the clean tones. I thought it was Dio. So let's listen to the intro. So there you go. Let me solo those. So left and right, clean tone. All the guitar tracks goes to the guitar bus. I mean, I'm doing that way if I need to adjust the volume of just of all the guitar track. I can do it by just adjusting the bus right here. And then I routed these clean tone to shimmer reverb. See how long that delay or the reverb is? See? Right here. The shimmer reverb I'm using is from Valhalla. Right there. It's a big stereo shimmer. And then that's a part A of the intro, and then the part B of the intro, I labeled everything here in the top C, so you can I can easily identify which part of the song I'm at, or it's quicker. It's all labels: the intro A, intro B, breaking, stanza, chorus, etc. Then I also put on a harmonized guitar played by Jeff right here. It starts at the intro B. Let's solo that. Yeah. So the harmonized guitar is routed to both delay and shimmer. See how it sounds huge, with a very long tail. What Jeff did actually was not, he did not use any kind of a pitch shifter or a harmonizer. I had to do that in post. See, I had applied this one. This one's from a built-in pitch shifter effect from by Reaper. So let's solo that. So this is the original sound without the pitch shifter. Yep. So that's how that part. But then I thought it would sound cool if it has a harmony. So I decided to add a shifter, pitch shifter, and that's it. Sounded nice and cool to me. Oh, sorry. Right there. And then the main riff, I just put a label, guitar middle. This is also played by Jeff. So let's solo that part. That's after, basically that's the part C of the intro right here. Yeah. So not much going on the guitar channels or guitar tracks. All of them has um, or have a equalizer, a mono equalizer from Waves, just to cut some low frequencies here, about 50, 55, or 60 hertz below have been um, cut, and the some high frequency as well. Not all of them have the same EQ setting. If I thought they sound harsh to me, then I have to cut some of the highs. Um, these guitars are actually run through effects processor. No actual amps or real amps used here. And as you know, those digital processing sometimes can introduce um, unpleasant high frequency. So I thought I heard them on this guitar track, so I had to cut them out. And then this is another. Um, these are played by Dio, I believe. Uh, the main. It's also the main guitar riff. Here, let's listen. So let's play all the guitar tracks. So there's the main guitar track, and then all right. So if you can hear, guitar tracks sounded stereo, but in the actual recording, those are just mono signal or mono recordings. I had to copy the left channel and put it on the right, and then just dodge a little bit the right channel. That way, it's a little bit delayed. So that delay created a stereo, like a emulated stereo sound. It's not a true stereo, but it sounded stereo because of that technique. Plus, of course, the stereo delay that was, or and reverb that was added to the track, um, made it sounded bigger and more stereoscopic. Uh, so that's the guitar track. Next one, let's go to let's skip the vocals and the backing vocals. This is the next track is actually just a click track. Next, no, not that one. This is just a master track. I guess that's the. Oh, I remember. The master track is the performance recording we did at JoJo's place. Again, this serves as a reference, you know. So here we go. Oh, is this track empty? No, it's not empty. Why? Oh, the volume's down.
Lost in love, she can't found. Don't know
See, that's that's the actual recording, and it's mono. Uh,
your
this is just the next track is just click track. Yeah. Again, that was our guide when we recorded the song. Next track is a piano. Yeah, there you go. Let's listen. Piano does not start until the stanza. Oh, there you go. Let's listen to it with the piano. We don't have a keyboard player, and there was no piano on the original recording and on the original arrangement. I just, while I was playing the song, the recording, I thought I'm hearing some kind of a melody. That's why that melody that you're hearing from the piano. And I thought it would be cool to put a piano there. I made okay for the piano sound. I'm using a Contact hybrid keys. There you go, from Native Instruments. This is of course stereo, but I inserted. Sorry, why is it slowing? Just bear with me. I'm having some kind of a technical difficulty. There you go. I inserted a mono equalizer from Waves here because I wanted it to sound mono. I wanted it to sound teeny tiny, just like a music box. That's in this horror films. You know what is a? I guess you know what's a music box. So there you go. I got a lot of low frequencies and boosted the high frequencies here to make it sound teeny tiny. Here you go. Let's play that part. And the piano is only during stanza. There you go. Let's play that part again, the piano. So this is without the equalizer. Sounds very wide, and you can hear the delays there and the reverb. It sounds very much a stereo. Sounds beautiful, but I want a mono, thinner sound. Mono and thin. So here you go. There you go. I want it to sound more like a music box. It sound old. So it sounds scary, There you go. All right. The next track is pads. Again, for the instrument, I'm using Contact instrument by Native Instruments called Ethereal Earth. So let's take a listen. If you remember from the intro, let's go to the beginning of the song. That's where I use this instrument, and as well as the ending. So let's play this pads. This is how it sounds. There you go. Alright, so that's the pads. And I just inserted HEQ or equalizer. Again, I had to cut low frequencies. Most of these instruments actually had a high pass filter or low frequency being cut out like that, or cut off, because I don't want the sound to become muddy. I don't need that low frequency. Most of them have those frequencies cut off, except for even the bass. I had to cut some low frequency, except for the bass drums actually, or the drum track. I didn't for the drums. In fact, I had to boost. See that low frequency there. And most of them have those frequency cut off. So after the pad, I also put a loop again. I use this for the loop. Let's listen. First, let's listen to the song, to the mix with the loop on it. Again, Native Instruments, Contact 7, synths. That's what I use here. So let's listen to the song. It's very obvious here on this part in the breaking. So let's listen to that. I'm gonna solo. So that's the sound. Yeah. when the drum comes in, it's not that loop is hidden. But over here, it's obvious. Without the loop, the loop was actually not part of the original arrangement. I just added that later on because I thought this part for me thought sounded empty. So I decided to add a loop to make it more rhythmic and also make it more like industrial sounding music, you know. So listen to it first without a loop. Here, let me mute the loop. There you go. So let's turn on the loop. I thought it sounds fuller and more rhythmic. Yep, there you go. Next track, I have the this is a sound effect. It's I guess it's called Whoosh. This was from Jetpack Audio. I had to download it somewhere before. I don't know where exactly, but it's from Jetpack Audio. I thought that's what I got it from. So it's on this part here. Let's take a listen here. Yep, sounds cool. So, okay, let's solo. Yep. That's good. Oh, I thought. Actually, I remember where I got it from. I used this in video production, you know, during transitions. So this is where I got it from, or how I got it from. I used this from video transitions. So without the whoosh, I mean it's okay, but I like it better with the whoosh, you know. Make it more dramatic or more suspenseful, I would say. So I like it with the whoosh. So the whoosh again was routed to the reverb, you know, to give it some space and dimension. And I forgot to mention the pads and the loop had some, and the piano, or I already mentioned about the equalizer on the piano track. So the pads and the loops had some EQ inserted on them as well. And same thing, especially for the pads, I had to cut some low frequency right here and boosted some high. Same thing here. They're almost the same setting for the pads and the loop. I had to cut that frequency, low frequency, and boosted some high. So next track is a glitch. This one, I'm not sure about this yet. I might remove this. So it's just use it once here at the very ending, like that. Right. This part, the very end. Yep, I'm not sure about that. I just put it there just to try. I might take it out. And the rest of the tracks are just delay and then the reverbs. So yep. So again, I'm still working on this song. Um, oh, sorry, we skipped the vocals earlier, so let's go to the vocal track. So here's the main vocals. Um, Again by Dennis. That's vocals were routed to the reverb and delay, and as far as the effects, serially I have inserted Waves API 2500 compressor, and then another compressor from Waves also. This one's a CLA 76 emulation, and then a C6 is a multi-band compressor. So three compressors on his vocals, and a mono EQ with a lot of high pass frequency here, or a lot of low frequency that was cut off. Dennis' voice is very thick, and then they how the vocals was recorded, I believe, was very close to the microphone, and it has a lot of muddiness or low frequency. So I had to do that to make it fit on the mix. Um, and I also added a real tune just to fine tune the tuning. Um, Dennis was singing mostly, I guess, 80-90% in tune, but I just have to add it there just to, uh, just to be sure, or make it even more in tune, if that's a word like that. Uh, and then, what else did I do here? Yeah. And then the backing vocals actually is a copy of the original vocals. And then I inserted the CLA 76 compressor here, and then another compressor, and then an equalizer with a lot of low frequency cut. And last plugin is a harmonizer from Waves. So let's listen to Dennis' voice with all the effects turned off. Here you go.
I'm lost in love, she can't be found. Don't know much.
There's a delay in reverb, as you can hear.
Felt like
turn them up.
out of touch. Your love once a beautiful
There's
thing.
a lot of low frequency.
Now fades
turn on the
into
effects.
the depth of the sea. I've waited for you and lost everything. My cry.
And then let's turn on the backing vocals, or the harmony. The harmony or the backing vocals is only on chorus parts. So here you go.
Again and I'm falling away from you.
There you go. And with everything.
Again and I'm falling away from you. I'm falling away from love. I'm drifting apart, you're sleeping away. My days are sad and
So you can hear some imperfections on the vocals, but with everything playing together, it's undiscernible. I forgot to mention on my bass, I actually had inserted a phaser on the solo part here. There you go. So here's the phaser that I put from. This is one of the built-in effects from Reaper. So here you go. right, so let's listen to the song from the intro, maybe until the chorus. All right, let's go with everything here.
Lost in love, she can't be found. Don't know much, and I felt like out of touch. Your love once a beautiful thing, now fades into the depth of the sea. I've waited for you, lost everything. My cry of love now silence thee. No longer hear my desperate plea. I'm stuck in myself, trapped in again, and I'm falling away from you. I'm falling away from love. I'm drifting apart, you're sleeping away. My days are sad and empty now. Without you by my side, I can't deny. Memories of you is all I have. Caught in the moment, we burn it down. I'm falling away from you. I'm falling away from love. I'm drifting apart, you're sleeping away.
So that was the preview of our new song called Fallen Away. And again, that's not done yet. That is still a work in progress. Stay tuned. Subscribe or follow us in Facebook. Genus is the name of our band, Genous. So you'll get update whenever that song comes out in Spotify or any other platform in the internet. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.